Welcome to this 1500 point battle report. I'm your host, Velour Excelsior, and today's presenters are Rowan and Lyndon.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the Brothers Grim Dark. Today we have another battle report and it is a clash of Astartes.
Yeah, dark Astartes, not bright Astartes.
Yes.
Lots of killy Astartes.
The good versus the light.
The light?
Name.
Yes.
That was all planned, I meant that. Yes, it's
if the Night Lords are the light side of things, things have gone very bad.
Yeah, it's the proud and mighty Space Wolves versus, the evil and skulky, lightning-y Night Lords.
Lots of lightning.
So what are your keys for the lightning-y people today?
Well, it's an obvious choice to start with. He was an absolute beast last game, so Serak's coming back again. He's my Terminator Warlord. He's got his lightning claws, he's got the same Warlord trait as last time, which gives him D3 extra attacks, and he's always got exploding sixes in combat. And he's got the weird demon weapon, Ulakola Black?
Something like that. Which obviously applies to both his light claws, lightning claws again.
Which gives him mortal wounds when he's in combat as well.
Yes, my Wraith Blades did not enjoy that.
No, he's quite funny.
It's about the only thing we've come across that can deal with my Wraith Blades, but he deals with them real well. Yeah.
So he's coming again. I thought he was fantastic last game. I still think it's a great combo. So, that's my first one.
Yes.
What about you?
So to face off against him, I'm bringing, once again, Wolf Priest Asgrim. So he's a character who
likes a big stick.
He does like a big stick, and I'm still trying to figure out what the best combo is for him. So I'm running him with 2 Warlord traits again today, because that's the kind of guy he is. He's a powerful man. So what he's got today is he's got Imperium Sword, which on the charge, when he is charged or heroic intervenes, he gets...
He doesn't have a sword, he's got a stick.
He's Imperium stick, that's what he is. He's Imperium stick. So he's a sword with a stick. He's the sword. He's the sword, and the sword has a stick.
Okay, sure.
So he has... when he charges, he basically gets +1 attack and +1 strength. So it makes him strength 5 and with 5 attacks base on the charge. Hope you're following along at home. And because he's also got the Wolfkin Warlord trait, which basically changes his shock assault from 1 attack to D3 attacks. So that potentially brings him up to 8 attacks on the charge. And then he knows 2 litanies of, what are they called? Battle? Litanies of battle. He's got...
He's a preachy sword stick.
He is a preachy sword stick. So he's got Exhortation of Rage, which he can stick on 1 unit, including himself if he wanted to, which is gives +1 to wound rolls. But he'll probably be sticking that on something else, maybe the Blood Claws. And then he also has Mantra of Strength, which he will be sticking on himself, which gives him an extra strength, bringing him up to strength 6. When that goes off, it gives him an extra attack, taking him up to potentially 9 on the charge, and it adds 1 damage to his weapon. And of course, I am running him with the Benediction of Fury, because it's just very good. So that means he's potentially strength 8 on the charge, AP -2, with a damage 4 weapon with 9 attacks. If the stars align, which I'm very much looking forward to happening at least once in this game.
That seems potent. It's a very angry stick with a sword.
It's Imperium's angriest stick, is Asgrim, is what he is, yes. Anyway, so that is the stick. What have you got to be the carrot?
I don't know about carrot, but I'm doing some... Lyndon's been very kind, let me proxy a couple things today because I really want to try a big blob of Terminators. I don't have 10 40k Terminators, but I do have 10 Horus Heresy Terminators.
Which look cool, right?
They're cool. They're the nice Contakar Night Lords ones. So they've got Volkite and Flamers, but we're going to count those as Combi Melters and Combi Flamers, and there's a heavy Flamer thrown in there as well because of the weird way that Terminators work right now.
Oh yeah, yep.
So got 10 of those. Which should be fun. And I'm also, last time I ran a Night Lord's Relic on my Warp Talons, I'm not doing that today because I'm running Relics on other places. But I'm running the Black Rune of Damnation on them. So that makes them -1 to damage, or -1 to wound rolls against them. So they're pretty beefy to start with. And it also gives them, which I just found out, an 18-inch aura where Psychers nearby do perils on any double. So Lyndon's psyker who likes to blow himself up might go extra blow.
No!
So I'm looking forward to trying that. I've basically put all my eggs in one basket here. I've got a big blob of Terminators, I've got Serak. That's most of my damage output.
I mean, it's quite a basket, to be
It
fair.
is quite a basket, so they should be fun.
How many points are you dropping on that one unit?
I don't remember. It's almost
many,
300.
Many.
It's quite a lot of points. But yes, I think I'm looking forward to seeing how that does today, because my armies have a habit of dying very, very quickly. They might still all die very quickly, but that one should take a fair bit to chew through. We shall see how they do it. But another fun little combo from the book to try out today.
Yeah. So what I'm also running today is my aggressors, which is usually a bit of a staple for me. But the tricky, interesting thing I'm doing today, which I recommend you try at home. I've never done this before, but I've been wanting to do it for a while.
You've had this one on the back burner.
Yeah, Thane of the Retinue. I'm sticking on the Sergeant of that unit, which I believe all the Space Marine chapters have something that does the same thing. It's just a different name. But basically lets you stick a relic into on that Sergeant. And what I'm doing is giving his Flamestorm gauntlets the Master Crafted keyword. So, this is a little bit cheeky.
It's very cheeky.
Because they both count as one weapon, that applies to both the Flamer profile and the Power Fist profile. So he's now got damage 2 Flamers, which is very nice for dealing with Space Marines.
Yes.
And he has damage 3 Power Fists, which is very nice for dealing with Terminators.
Yes, I don't like that.
So we shall see how that does today. That's
very cheeky.
That is a cheeky little combo, which I've had on the back burner to try out at some point. So we'll see how that goes today.
Yeah. Yes, well, not going to be fun. A last one for me, sticking with the Forge World theme, I'm bringing a Contemptor Dreadnought today. I dropped the Helldrake from the last game and didn't have quite enough points to take him again, so I'm taking a Dreadnought instead. He's got a big old heavy bolter on him, and a big old fist. Yeah, double heavy bolter. So we'll see how he does. I don't run him all that often, but I figured Lyndon's going to be taking a bunch of Dreadnoughts, so I should at least have one.
There's 3 coming today.
Yes.
So,
he's a bit outnumbered.
He's a bit outnumbered, but yeah, we'll see.
But he's a fancy Forge World one. So.
He is. So he's faster and has an extra wound. So that's nice. And then lastly for me, a unit which I just picked up recently, so I've never used before, is Blade Guard. So my fluff behind these guys is they are Asgrim's personal retinue. So they've got the black arms and the black helmets to kind of go with his all blacked out.
Do they also have sticks?
No, they've got pretty big swords, to be fair, and one of them's got an axe, but no sticks in there. But yeah, we shall see how the Imperium's angriest stick does today, whether him and Sverik will clash in the middle of the...
Whoever hits first in that one is...
It's flat damage 4 versus crazy mortal wound output.
Yes.
So yeah, we'll see how that goes in-game. Anyway, we'll catch you at the table.
See you there.
Hello everybody, again, here we are at the table. As you can see, Rowan has fallen into the Space Wolf trap, or maybe it's just some very brash Night Lord. So Rowan has set up a very snowy, Fenrisian-esque style table.
Outpost? Winter outpost.
So the Space Wolves will be feeling very at home, but maybe too at home. Maybe they've all got their feet up and the Night Lords are going to catch them unawares. So mission-wise, we have Search and Destroy, as you can see. Table quarters, we have claim battlefield, so that's the usual sort of things, but the action you can do is you can basically claim an objective. So if you're on an objective with an infantry unit or something that has OBSEC, you can spend your turn basically doing the action. You can do this with as many units as you want as long as they're on different objectives, and at the end of your turn you get 2 victory points for controlling that objective. And then we have, so that's claim the battlefield, and then we have hidden supplies, which, as you can see, means there's an extra, what they call? Objective marker on the battlefield. I just said that word. An extra objective marker. So there are 6 objectives to be doing that action on across the board, which is a fair few.
Yes.
So I guess, in terms of terrain, we have... some light cover. If you're in the boxes, you get light cover. Big stuff we're just treating as line of sight blocking, the kind of ice structures, and some dents over here, some dents over here, and some dents over there. And that's basically the board, if you're in the boxes, you're probably going to be invisible most of the time because there's only not all the sides have windows, so you can kind of hunker down in there.
Box.
Yeah, hide in the box. But yeah, we shall get straight on to roll off for who will be putting down a unit first. That's a 3, Rowan.
It's a 3, right. It's usually 1 or 6 for me on these.
It's usually 1 for me, so I'm up.
That's the wrong dice.
He still rolled a 3. He's trying to cheat with a D12 and still rolled a 3.
Let's actually look at which dice I'm thinking about. It's 4.
I preferred your D12. Right, I should be putting down a unit first then, so we'll be back in
The
deployment.
cheating begins early.
Let's take a look now to see how things shaped up in deployment. Lyndon deployed his 2 dreadnoughts along with the Forge Father, Furious Boris, centrally. Across from them, Rowan put down his combat core in the 10 Terminators. Lyndon's 2 combat output units, the Blade Guard, and the Aggressors deploying slightly more defensively. And lastly, the 2 generals, Serak and Asgrim, deploy centrally.
Okay, deployment done. Rowan elected not to deep strike any of his 3 deep striking units.
Thought about it.
Thought about it, put them all on the board. This unit of aggressors here is in the box. I just couldn't be bothered putting them in there, and I suspect my flag is actually too big to fit in there.
Scraping the ceiling.
But yes, they're in there rather than on top. Other than that, I think it's all pretty self-explanatory. Pretty much everything front-lining, other than a unit of troops each at the back on the objective. The dog is very excited about what's going on, because that is time for the roll-off to see who goes first.
Yes, I've got the right dice this time.
You got the right dice.
Wait,
That's a 3 again, Ron.
3. Consistent.
Consistent.
That's 5.
Right.
I'll be first turn.
Night Lords will be kicking things off.
Night Lord's command phase. I got a CP back and then immediately spent it.
I got CPAC and didn't spend it yet.
I spent it to get rid of deploy teleport homers because it's my least favourite secondary objective and basically impossible for me to score. Unfortunately, I then drew a tempting target where Lyndon gets to choose an objective for me to try and take in no man's land. He chose this one because I physically can't get to it. So
Tactics, everybody.
I won't be scoring that one. But I did get 2 other relatively possible ones. Secure no man's land, I need to get 2 objective markers in no man's land. I'm already on 1, so I need to either get probably that one or this one, but that's unlikely with the amount of OBSEC units on it. So we shall see if I can get that. And then extend battle lines, I just have to get 1 plus my home objective. I've already got my home objective, so I should be able to do that. So feeling one of those I should definitely get, one of those I might get, and one of them I'm definitely not going to get. That's how the cards go in Tempest. Yeah, I think that's it for my command phase.
Okay.
So we'll start moving things around next.
Night Lord's movement phase. The Dreadnought puts itself in a position to make a charge onto those Bloodclaws later in the turn, and the Warped Talons secure the objective on his left flank.
Right, into the Psychic phase, and my Psyker, who's generally useless, is going to try to get 2 powers off here. We'll see how he does.
Okay.
First, something nice and simple. We'll start with a Smite onto the Dreadnought up the front there with the Multi-Melta. So we'll see if that goes off.
Oh, it's a Bills to start off the day.
Useless!
He's seen that Vigo's on the board and he's trying to outdo him.
Yeah, is that D3 Woods?
It's D3 Warlords, yeah.
Oh, of course, now he rolls. Right.
He's
Okay,
not
good start.
He's not gone over his freshly painted model system.
No. Right. God, that was useless. And now he's going to cast Prescience on the unit of Havocs here.
+1 to hit. Okay.
+1 to hit. 5, that does not go off either. Useless Psyker!
It'll come round, he'll power up. Vigo has these phases as well. It'll come round, but yeah.
Right, that's the end of the Psychic phase.
Okay.
We're back in the shooting phase. I only got 3 units to shoot, and we did a bit of pre-measuring and free dice rolling just to get things out of the way.
Yeah, Rowan had not advanced with his Terminators, but we realised that only a couple of the Flamers and none of the Melta was going to be in range, so I've let him
Advance,
do the advance on them. So now everything is in range, but he can't fire the heavy flamer. But it means, he's got a lot that can go into my Dreadnought now.
Yep, so we rolled for the Combi Flamers, and I got 18 or something.
It was 14 plus 8 for the whatever.
Galaxy Burn.
Yep.
So we're going to roll that first. So all of this is going into the Dreadnought, which my Psyker failed to smite.
Yes.
Alright. Strength 4 and your toughness, much more than that. Oops. A lot of 6s. Pity they're not heavy weapons. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 wounds.
3 ups. I drop 2, and then because he's a Relic Dreadnought, ignore on 6s.
Oh,
taking a wound.
Taking a wind, right. And next up we'll do the Combi Meltas.
Okay.
So just 4 of those in the same guy.
Oh, lots of ones, but you're within 6, so you'll be re-rolling the ones.
Yep. Good thing I keep him around there.
Yep.
That's a bit better. Not weapons go 2, and not in melter range, but
8 threes.
Yeah. That's all of them. 3.
AP -4, so
Yep.
that goes right through. So it's just damage rolls.
I think it's dumb.
It's D6.
Oh, D6?
Yeah.
Oof.
Oh, that's
13.
4 6s here. No 6s.
Nope.
Does he blow
Blow up. Go on. Yay!
Actually, I would. You're AP -4, aren't you?
Yo, Armor of Contempt.
I would have been getting saves on
You
that.
would have got saves,
So
success.
we'll keep that if I don't fail any of these. So he will blow up. Was it 3 saves?
Oh no!
Save 2 of them. So we'll say the 6 was the damage that you rolled. So it's 5 damage, and it failed. It didn't pass any of them. So he's down to 2.
Oh, not quite.
Armor of Contempt
Just
saves me there.
Make a big difference.
That would make a big difference. Yeah.
Right. Well, so that's the. That was something.
Something. Yeah.
Then the Havocs opened up into the Bloodclaws, killing one and wounding another. Then in the charge phase, unfortunately, the Dreadnought failed to engage the Bloodclaws.
Okay, my command phase. I've drawn similar cards to Rowan. I've got Extend Battle Lines, which is doable. I basically need to make it to that objective over there, which got a couple of units that might be able to do that. I have Raise the Banners, which I can do on this central objective, hopefully. And I've got Deploy Teleport Homer, which I should probably get rid of, but I forgot to say it pre-game. I started this game with 1 CP because of all the stuff I spent on, so I'm up to 3 now, but even so, I still want to hang on to that, so I'm going to keep Teleport Homer for now. Command phase, only thing really to do is he picks a Dreadnought. They're both ballistic skill 2+ anyway, to have +1 to its hit rolls, so he'll pick the wounded one for shooting. Yeah, not doing it's going to make a difference, unless Rowan did in Midnight Clad, I suppose it might. And then Asgrim's got his 2 litanies to do, so he's going to see if he makes himself angry. He doesn't, because I didn't give Wiserator.
Yep.
And then he's going to put +1 to wound rolls onto the Bloodclaws, which he does. So they are +1 to their wound rolls. So that's good for me, and yes, we shall be back in my movement phase.
In the movement phase, the Wolfen Dreadnought surprisingly chose to be tactical and claim an objective instead of engaging Rowan's Dreadnought. And Furious Boris, the Forge Master, healed 3 wounds back onto the wounded Dreadnought.
Okay, it's everybody's favourite time. It's the Vigo phase, but Rowan wants to talk to everybody about what his Terminators do.
Yes, I gave them a cool relic. So they have the Black Rune of Damnation, which I mostly took on them because it reduces damage, makes them harder to kill. But I sort of get a nice side bonus that anything within 18 inches aura, they fail psychic tests or perils on any double. And Vigo has wandered into that aura, so this should be fun.
He's in the danger zone.
Go on, Vigo.
So Vigo is going to kick things off with Living Lightning into the Havocs.
Right.
Charge 6, goes off on a 7. You've got 1 deny. My other one is probably going to be
Murderous Hurricane.
Yeah, Murderous Hurricane to make your Terminators strike last, probably.
Yeah, you can have that.
Okay, so D3 mortal wounds on them. It's 2.
That's 1 dead.
And then that. Forget what I need to roll for that to jump to the closest unit, which would be the Warp Talons. Almost there. Living Lightning on a 2 to 4 it does 1 mortal wound, and then on a 5 or 6 it does D3. So 1 mortal wound onto the Warped Hound as well.
Okay.
And then we get to my favourite relic. It's one of the best in the Space Wolf book.
This one.
So now on a 4+, every unit within 12 inches of Vigo takes a mortal wound, which might just be the Dreadnought, maybe the Helix. No,
not quite the Helix.
So on 4+, Dreadnought takes a mortal wound. He does.
Of course he does.
And now we'll see if I can get Murderous Hurricane off onto the...
When did you got Dreadnought?
Actually, if I need line of sight, I'm not going to be able to put that on them.
Oh.
Because
that's what I was wondering.
He's hiding behind a big thingy. Murderous Hurricane. So 1 enemy unit within... No, just within 18.
Yeah, of course it is. Right.
Okay. That goes off on a 9.
Oof. Right, pick the wrong one here. Go on, Spiker, do thing. Oh, 10.
Well done. Okay.
Yay!
So, well done. Murderous Hurricane does not go off, but Vigo also didn't take any mortal wounds there.
No.
And he killed the Havocs.
He did the kill hat.
That's something.
In the Space Wolf shooting phase, the Bloodclaws opened up into the Havocs, taking a wound from one. Then the Intercessors on Lyndon's right flank killed a Warped Talon and wounded another. And then everything else from Lyndon's force fired into the Terminators, but only succeeded in killing one. All 4 of Lyndon's charges are successful, but Red Beck, the Dreadnought, does take a wound from Overwatch on the way in.
Okay, combat phase. Had some umming and ahhing of where to go first. I decided, actually it doesn't matter because we've not got any CP left, so it doesn't really matter. But anyway, yeah, so we'll go with the Blade Guard first. That's a fair few ones are on.
Good, like that.
And then I'm strength 5 for Power Sword, but it's -1 to wound rolls. Yep. So just 4 still. That is 10 saves, and it's AP -3, which becomes AP -2, so 4s.
Gun Terminators. Oh no. It's only damage 1, right?
It's 2 damage because
it's 2 damage.
Yeah, they're mastercrafted.
So
2 to kill
1 dead, 2 dead,
3 dead, and a wound.
And 2 wounds.
And 2 wounds. Yeah.
Yikes.
The Dreadnoughts strike out at the Terminators, but fail to cause any damage.
I do like hitting on 2s with Space Wolves. Yeah, wounding on 4s.
4s?
Because of the Litany.
Oh, that's right.
+1 to wound. So it's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. There's an AP, but it doesn't matter.
Ooh. 5, 6 go through.
He's got 2 up save. That's nice.
Is he? Pretty sure. Oh no, you're right. It's 3 up. So 7 go through. Not bad.
Okay. And then the Thunderhammer.
But you do said
yeah, so I'll just wind out. So Thunderhammer, all hit. We wounded on 2s for that, which is nice. All wound. It's just AP -2, so it becomes AP -1.
For 3 ups.
Yeah.
1 goes through.
It's damage 3 becomes damage 2, so he's dead because he's only down to 8 wounds. Does he blow up?
Nope.
No. Okay. And I will consolidate into the Havocs, but you will get to hit me.
Right. Poor Dreadnought.
Poor Dread. I mean, man.
Killed by Bloodclaws.
Hey, Bloodclaws are proud, mighty Space Wolves. Right, now you get to do all your attacks back.
Right. I kind of want to kill the Blade Guard.
Okay.
Yeah, I think everything's going into the Blade Guard. So weapons go 3. Should still be re-rolling 1s up. Which is just as well. Right. And winning on 3s. Go back. Alright. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10.
What's the AP on this?
8 minus 3. But it's going to go under storm shieldy things, right?
Yeah. Oh, that's failed a lot, Ron.
Good.
What damage is it?
I think it's like damage 1. Yeah, it's like damage 1.
No, it kills 2. So their leadership 8. They lost one and they minus 2.
Minus 2.
So they could fail on a 6. Nope. And then their leadership 8, they lost 2. Actually, their leadership...
They might be lying.
They might be. It's not as much that's 9 in the Space Wolf Codex, to be fair. Space Marine Codex, but they might be. They might be one of the ones that's... But either way, they could still fail on a 6 or potentially a 5. They got leadership 9, so fail on a 6. Nope. Okay, that is end of my turn. I was hoping that the Dreadnoughts through shooting and combat would kill a little bit more of those Terminators, but
Still a few left there.
still a few left, so we shall see what Roland gets up to in his turn. Yeah.
You scored a few things.
Oh yeah, I scored...
Raised banners.
I got raised banners and I got extend battle lines. So yeah, I
10
get 10
points.
points as well. So we're all even on that so far.
Okay, turn 2. Got my CP back and drew some cards, and drew some interesting cards. First I got Raised Banner. That's fairly straightforward. I think I should be able to accomplish that fairly easily. But I also drew Battlefield Supremacy, which means I have to get 3 objectives, but I also have to get more objectives. Right now we both have 3. So somehow if I want to score that, I have to knock Linden off in the objective. Where this gets really interesting is the other card I drew was Assassination. And Linden happens to have 3 characters on that central objective there. So I am currently debating how reckless I'm going to be and trying to kill a character and steal that objective from him without also dying at the same time.
That's the trick.
That's the trick. So we'll see. Tempting, but I think that's mostly it for my command phase. It's going to be an interesting turn. Lots of shenanigan-y type things I think are going to happen here, and we'll have to see what's left at the end of it. But yeah, we'll be back in my movement phase.
Night Lord's movement phase, and the Terminators disengage from the Dreadnoughts and the Blade Guard to make room for Serak. 2 of the Legionnaire units perform the mission-specific action for 4 victory points combined, and the 3rd raises banners for 5 victory points.
Right, Psychic phase, and we're going to see if my Psychic can do something this turn. We shall see. The first thing we're going to go for is Prescience. I'm going to cast that on the Terminators that fell back.
That's +1 to wind rolls.
+1 to hit.
+1 to hit.
Yeah. Goes off on a 7, it does not go off.
Okay.
Surprise, surprise. Next off, we'll smite the Dreadnought right in front of him. 6. Does go off, but it's quite deniable.
Attempt to deny that. Nope.
No, okay.
D3 more
18
wounds.
more wounds. Okay, he's quite good at that at least.
That 2. That was
That's potent-ish.
something. Yep.
Okay, that's a Psychic phase.
Yeah, I don't think there's any shooting, is there? So it's
No, there's no shooting.
straight charges then.
Yes, so we'll be back on that.
An action-packed Night Lord's charge phase, as 5 charges are completed, and Furious Boris makes use of the stratagem Countercharge to heroically intervene up to 6 inches.
So I spent a couple of CP there. One was to allow my Terminators to charge, which is nice. And the other one, because I'm really committed here to killing a character, I've spent another CP on Vicious Descent. So I get to roll a dice for every jump pack unit that's into combat here. And for each one higher than Linden's toughness, I do a mortal wound. And this is all going on... How many wounds he got?
It has to be a unit you charge, doesn't it?
Oh, it does have a unit charge. Yeah, so these are all going on Beagle.
Yeah.
So 4s would be nice here.
5s, because it's higher.
Oh, higher, yeah. 5, 6s. I do 2 mortal wounds.
That's above average.
That's not bad.
So Vigo is down 3, and for once he didn't do it to himself.
Yes. Right.
I've got the Armour of Russ
Yes,
on Boris. He's obviously picking the Warp Towns to strike last this turn.
Not much I can do about that.
But you'll get all your, well, depending if I decide to interrupt or not over here, you'll get some attacks over here.
Timbers is in there, so
picks a unit.
He picks a unit. I will pick the Dreadnought there against the Terminators, I think.
Okay.
So he has to fight last.
Right.
We'll start with Serak.
Yeah, thought you might. This is going to be brutal here for the Blade Guard and possibly the Dreadnought as well.
Alright, so for everybody at home, 6 attacks base, 1 extra attack for his Lightning Claw, 1, and then I have to take a leadership test first for his Demon Weapon, which I pass. He gets D3 extra attacks for that, so he gets another 2 attacks. Right.
Excellent. One day you'll fail that.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Hit on 2s.
This is all going into the Blade Guard.
This is all going to Blade Guard, and 6s explode.
Right.
Because he's very angry.
That's a couple of 6s at least.
So that one, so I get an extra attack out of that.
Right.
And 6s here do mortal wounds.
Okay.
And I'm re-rolling wounds because they're lightning claws. Love this combo.
Yeah, it's good.
Only 1 mortal wound, and 4.
I thought it was every past wound.
Oh, it's every past wound. Yeah. So sorry, he's done 5 mortal wounds.
5 more wounds and then 5 saves. And your rerolls so far. Yeah. How many is that?
2, 4, 6, 8.
8. So that's 1 alive and 1 wound currently,
and 8.
And I've got 8 saves. Yeah. AP.
It's -1. It's a lightning claw.
It's -2.
Oh, -2. Yeah, sorry.
So
maybe -1.
So I've got 2 upstairs, so it's just a 3.
3 odds.
Only failed 1, but he is dead.
He is dead.
Right, there go the Blade Guard. Unsurprisingly, because yes, Serak is a bit of a monster.
He's hilarious.
Right.
Are you going to be interrupted now?
I think I am going to be interrupted now.
All right. You're going to try and kill my library.
Or Serak. I'm debating.
Oh, okay. That's fine. Have at him.
Venerable Dreadnought Ulfa struck 3 wounds from Serak, before Red Beck took 2 from the Terminators.
Hitting on 3s. They are still +1 to wound for the litany that went off on them.
Oh.
So 4s. That is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 saves. There is an AP, but it doesn't matter.
Right. 3 ups. That's the one that's on 1 wound, another one dead, 1's left alive.
1's left alive. Okay, and then the Sergeant with a Thunderhammer hits all times, wounds twice, it's AP -2, becomes AP -1.
Twice dead.
Yeah.
So 4 up?
Yep.
Dead. Right.
Boris and Vigo combined to bring down 3 Warp Talons, but would it be enough to save the Psyker's life?
Right, I got killed. What's me here?
Vigo, no!
Right, Warp Towns. I think they're 5 attacks each.
They are many attacks.
Right, you better die. So at least want to get assassinated here.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not a good roll.
Probably enough.
Yeah, and re-rolling wounds
4s
here.
and 4s.
Alright, so 4 so far, 5 saves.
That's AP -2 becomes AP -1. It's not going to do it.
No!
Down to 2 wounds. Big power play.
Didn't work.
Didn't quite come off. Right.
That's it, I think.
That's it. That's the combats. No morales to do anywhere.
Yeah, that didn't quite go as expected.
Yeah, I really think a character and a Dreadnought should be gone at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe a bit foolhardy.
Yeah, I think it was a good move. I mean, they were going to get beaten up in return,
because-
but you were unlucky not to kill Vigo there. Really should have done it. Right, okay. I should be back in my command phase then. Okay, command phase. I drew Grind Him Down, which is doable, I think. I'm feeling quite confident in the Space Wolves position at the moment. I've got Blood and Guts, which is also doable. I've got a few things that I can get into the mix with this turn, and then I've got no retreat, no surrender, which I'm definitely not going to do, because to do that, Asgrim would have to stay where he is, and he's not going to do that, because he wants to get into the fray, and seeing Serak across from him, he's going to go challenge him to a mighty duel.
Right.
So on to that, we shall see if his litanies go off. And I'm not going to do the angry one, because I'm going to, at some point, spend the 2 CP to auto do that, so I don't need to roll for it. But he is going to do Litany of Hate, which is just the aura of reroll 1s in combat, which he doesn't get off. And then he is also going to put no, I don't really need that. Actually, no, he is going to try make himself extra angry. So Mantra of Strength does go off. Okay, so he's extra angry. And yes, that's my command phase.
The intercessors on Linden's home objective performed the mission-specific action, and Furious Boris, with his Master of the Forge ability, once again healed 3 wounds onto a dreadnought.
Okay, psychic phase, and Vigo is going to kick things off with a smite.
Double.
There's a double. Right, D3 mortal wounds, 1 or 2, or he's dead. He's alive on a wound. Okay, then living lightning onto them as well.
Double.
Ooh. Doesn't go off though.
It was close.
Vigo, thought about killing himself there. Just give himself
assassinate would be quite nice.
Bit of a migraine there. Yeah, okay, that's end of my potent psychic phase there.
It's a bit of a weird game for the psychers so far.
Yeah, so check out shooting phase next.
A legionnaire was brought low to intercessor fire, whilst 3 warp talons fell to the flamers of the aggressors. Lastly, Red Beck fired his multi-melter at the Terminators, bringing 1 down. The main event of the charge phase saw Wolf Priest Asgrim charge headlong into the Chaos Lord Serak. The combat phase began with the aggressors bringing down 2 Terminators and wounding another twice. The Wolf and Dreadnought surprisingly failed to bring down the Warp Talons, leaving 1 alive. The Terminators struck back into the aggressors, taking 2 wounds from 1.
Hit with this Dreadnought. Strike some 4 wounds. Use on him. Yeah, I'll just try to take out the Sorcerer. Yep. Yeah, he wasn't charged, so he's only 4 attacks. This is 1. Can re-roll. Wounds of 3. AP minus 2, so just AP minus 1. 3 up saves.
3 saves. 1 goes through.
Flat damage 3.
Ooh, that'll kill him. That's annoying. Right, you were not great this game.
I mean, he has potentially killed Asgrim, though, just for that Warlord trait, which is very powerful.
Speaking of,
here we go.
D3, I'll do the leadership test, see if he fails. Nope, not quite.
Thought about it.
D3 gets another 3 attacks.
Oh, right. Excellent.
Right. And, yep, he generates another attack again.
Yep.
And wounding you on 4s. Right, I have done...
As I'm dead.
Right.
I will be spending 2 CP for...
Fight me again.
Yes, for fight again, but we'll do that at the end.
Can my attacks roll over into your dead...
Yeah, you can keep wailing them about, sure, on the end of your claw. Right, so Vigo is 4 attacks.
Yep. Finish off the warp down.
It's a 3. Only wounds once.
Really?
Yeah.
Saves it.
Okay.
Okay. So the warp down's the last thing here. It is 6 attacks.
I've still got 1 dreadnought to go. Dreadnought to go as well.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
No, just 5.
5 attacks.
5 attacks. Yeah.
Oh, no,
he's a sergeant. Yeah.
Just 6 attacks. Yeah.
Right. kill off the eagle here, hopefully.
4-0 in. 2, 4 up saves. Nope. The eagle goes.
We got assassinate.
Well,
assassinate twice.
Double assassinate. Right, Dreadnought, who again wasn't charged, so he's just 4 attacks.
Well done, Warp Talon.
All into the Terminators. Oh!
That does go through.
Yep, AP -2.
Saves
fine. Okay, and then Asgrim. Right. 4 attacks base.
I'm glad he gets the hit. This is ridiculous.
4 attacks base. He's plus D3 for Wolfkin. It's just the one. He's +1 for being angry.
Yeah.
And he's +1 for being
Charging.
Imperium's sword. No, the Wolfkin replaces the charge.
D3, yeah,
so 7 attacks. He's currently strength 8. Hitting on 2s.
Oh, Lyndon. Don't whiff this.
Yeah,
He's damage 4 though.
He is damage 4. So
this
is the one.
Any of these
this
go
is the
through,
one to
you'll
go
kill
through,
him.
yeah. They all wound.
Okay.
He's only AP -2, so he's still got 3 up save.
See how safe. Any of these go. Any 1s or 2s here, and Serak's dead. He's dead.
He's dead.
Alright, well that was worth it.
That was a glorious combat in the middle of the board there.
Yep.
Well done, Warlords.
Yeah. That was
You didn't disappoint. Well, 3 characters in 1 combat.
Yes,
That's-
that was...
No, 4. Yeah, 2 yours died. It's just Boris. Well done, Boris.
Last character standing. That was
And
hilarious.
the Warp Talon survived.
Warp Talon survived amazingly.
Yeah. Okay. That's game on. The Terminators have survived 3 rounds of combat now.
Incredibly. There's only 3 of them left.
They're very tough though.
They
Just
are.
that -1 to wound really makes a difference.
Can my Warp Talon run away?
I don't. He's leadership 9. I don't think he can. No, 1 was already dead from the previous
already
turn,
dead, so yeah,
he's
he's
fine.
still
And
weirdly
he
fine.
can't run away either.
Can't run away.
Yeah.
Nothing if
so
yours has died really. So.
no, one
Yeah,
aggressor
one there.
almost died.
Yeah,
They-
that's
nothing.
it.
Yeah. That bloody for the characters, but everything else is standing really. That was cool.
That was
a lot-
quite fun.
a
Yeah,
lot of fun.
That was getting the use out of the Warlord traits and relics. I'm glad he got to fight.
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
good. That was
no,
good.
It was a big power up from both there. But yeah, no.
The big stick came through.
The big stick
Emperor's
did come
stick.
through. Yeah, so yeah, no retreat, no surrender. I can't score, and I'm going to discard.
Right.
Blood and guts. That's good to keep tally.
Oh,
so
so-
that blood and guts is actually just me. So I've killed your 2 characters.
Yeah.
And that's it because I didn't kill the Warp Talon.
Nope.
So
You killed 1 Warp Talon.
no, I need to destroy the
you
unit.
destroy the unit.
So
okay.
I'm up to 2 for that.
2.
And grind them down is the one we need to keep track of.
Okay.
So
yeah,
is that
you
one
killed
for
you. So how many?
I've killed 2 and you've
I
killed
killed
2.
So you can't score that.
And well, there's still good combat at the end of
Oh,
your
that's
turn
true,
to
yeah,
happen.
that's true.
But
It's like
at the moment I can't score that.
Yeah. And I get assassinate.
You do get assassinated. Yeah, well done.
And I think you actually kind of gifted me battlefield supremacy there.
Possibly.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Have to see.
Things
That's
needed.
actually contested now because there's no obstacle on it anymore.
Yep. Yeah. No, I needed to.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't need to, but the way I am, I like killing stuff. So I've abandoned the
And this
objective game.
unit blood clause is looking quite ominous here.
Shame they failed their charge, but yeah, they've not a lot that can slow them down. Well, I mean, they're comparable. Same number of attacks
tempted
and
to
stuff.
throw everything at them and
Yeah.
just see. Well, that'll be my turn.
Okay.
But we'll tally up the points and be back in my turn.
Cool. Okay, start of turn 3. Is that what we're up to?
Yeah,
now?
we're back, yeah.
Turn 3. Scores at the doors in traditional fashion for Rowan and I's games. I am on 22, but looking in a slightly better position on the board.
Yes.
And Rowan is on 44. So I've got a fair bit of catching up to do on the points, but he's running out of things that can deal with my dreadnoughts and aggressors.
I was hoping they'd be dead by now. They're not.
Yeah. But yes, he's drawn some good or interesting cards, I believe.
Yeah. So I still have battlefield supremacy, which I think I might actually score this turn. I can't get overwhelming firepower because I've got nothing that can shoot. Nothing that's threatening that's going to shoot.
Yeah.
And then no prisoners. So this one's a kill tally one, or wounds tally basically. I've got to get up to 30 wounds. There's a chance I'm going to dig into those blood claws.
Yeah.
So I could potentially get quite a few wounds there.
Yeah.
If I can figure out how to kill the dreadnoughts, I would get
8
some
apiece,
points
yeah.
there. Just whether that's likely to happen or not. So we'll see. As Lynn said, I've kind of run out of a lot of my damage dealing units at this point, but we'll see what we can manage. But we'll be back in my movement phase. We sort that out.
Night Lord's movement phase and the Legionnaires close in on the Bloodclaws. In the shooting phase, both units opened fire, bringing down 2 and wounding a 3rd. Sadly, in the charge phase, one of the Legionnaire units failed to engage the Bloodclaws, but the one kitted out for combat made their charge.
Right, unfortunately failed the charge of one of my units, Legionnaires, but the other unit's in, and just to give them the best chance possible, I'm using a Night Lord stratagem, because it's always fun using army-specific stratagems, is Sound the Black Hunt.
Sounds cool.
Sounds cool. Basically, because they're below their starting strength, for 1 CP, I get to reroll hit rolls of 1. If I'd got them down to half strength, I'd be rerolling all hit rolls, which is really cool. But I'm also in the Wanton exploding 6s in combat thing. So we're going to do that. I'll leave the Sergeant for last. He's got power swords. We'll do everybody else first. Yep. And we get 4 attacks each with their mighty chain swords.
Yeah.
So 6s explode and rerolling 1. Good. 2 6s and quite a lot of 1s.
Good use of stratagem.
Yes. So reroll these. Got another 6. And 2 misses. Right, so got 3 back in that. After that. And wounding on 4s. Oh, that's not great. I only did 3 wounds out of all that.
I saved them all. Right, power sword.
Power sword. 5 attacks.
It'll be 4, because you won't be getting the extra one for the chain sword.
Reroll the 1. This is 3s.
Yeah.
So 4.
5 ups. Does that one on 1 wound dies?
Another one down at 1 wound.
Another one down at 1 wound.
Only got 1. Oh, that was a little underwhelming.
Yeah, there's a pity.
Pity.
Right, I'll go with the aggressors then.
Yep.
I'll do
The Terminators.
do the leader first, because he's different.
One of them is on 1 wound, remember, too.
Oh, I've rolled now, it's fine.
Yeah. Okay. And remember your -1 to wound here.
So that's just 1.
1. And this is on his invul.
Yeah.
5 up. Nope.
Flat 3, he did. And then the other 4. 2. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Again, -1.
5 saves.
And AP on these?
3.
So 4s.
Yeah.
Oof. Fail 3.
So 1 dead and 1 down to 1 wound.
Yeah. Down to the Sergeant.
Okay, your activation.
Just about done.
Down, taking a beating though.
Yep.
Stood up.
Yes, that's him.
Yeah. One aggressor's on 1 wound.
Yes, I gotta try and kill him, I think. Just get 4 attacks, I think. I've already forgotten.
He's got because he'll be.
Oh, he's got the extra
He'll be 4 attacks base.
Yeah, and he's got way extra. It's 5 attacks.
Yeah.
No exploding 6s here, unfortunately. There's the 6s. Just 2 wins. Oh, the +1s. What's their
toughness 5.
Oh, toughness 5, yeah.
But I failed both those saves, so 1's dead and 1's down to.
Yeah, it did something. Still 1 Terminator left.
Still 1 Terminator.
Now your Bloodclaws get to hit me back.
Dreadnought's going to go first, because don't want that Terminator hanging around. I'll hit. -1 to wound. Rerolls for the claw. Doesn't. 3 saves. Just a 3 up.
One goes. Yeah, he's dead.
Dead. Just got him. Okay, and then the blood claws start with the fun. Oh no, it won't, because one of them's wounded. So 4 regular guys. I am going to have a bit of a morale issue over there.
We'll see. Yeah.
Right, 4 regular guys. I was charged, so hitting on 2s.
Good roll.
And wounding on 4s. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oof, that was way above average.
Yeah. My legionnaires are feeling a little foolhardy at the moment. Oh dear. So that's the 1 wound, one, another one dead, 2 dead. So 3 dead at that.
And then the Thunderhammer. 2 saves, 4 up.
1 goes through it.
That's flat damage 3.
Yeah. Sergeant's left, right. Got a bit biffed there.
Yeah, a bit biffed there. Right. I think I will hang on to my CP rather than... No, I'll spend it. I'm going to spend my 2 CP to attack with the Blood Claws again.
Okay.
So, the Thunderhammer. It's twice. Wins once. 4 up save, yeah. It's fine, okay. Gonna make me roll all the dice.
Come on, little sergeant.
2, 3, 4. Oh, there's lots of ones in it this time, Ron.
Good. I don't think it's gonna matter. Oh dear, that's more though.
That is 6 saves. Good. Just
dies. Right.
Okay, I'm down a bagel on CP, but that was probably worth it just so they're freed up.
Can you at least run away?
I could run away. So how you killed 3 this turn, so I'm leadership 6 because you've got a unit within me. So 3 or below and I'll fail. Sorry, 4 or above or I'll fail. So 1 runs away and then 4 left. Is there any strategy things that you can do at this point to make Roar run away?
I forget what the Night Lord's thingy is for combat attrition.
I mean, I'm below half strength now anyway, so I'm going to be running on. I think there's a stratagem that you can do to make me run away at 3s at this point, isn't there?
Don't know.
Or was that when you killed my Warlord or something?
Yeah, it's when I killed the Warlord. Each time model and subtract 1 from combat attrition test taken.
Subtract 1, yeah, so on 3s I will run away then, because it's going to be 1s and 2s now regularly.
Yeah.
So 3s, 2 more run away.
Alright, well, that did something.
That did something, yeah. Blood Claws are now not down to much. Right, did you score any points?
I did 6 for doing the actions, and I do get battlefield supremacy.
Yeah.
And I need to see if I got some wounds for no prisoners, but
I killed another 2 units in combat, so I get blood and guts.
Nice.
And I up to killing 4 units for the turn for grind them down. I think you still only killed 2.
Yeah,
so I think
so
I scored both of those as
good.
well. Up to 10 on that.
Alright, we'll tally that up and be back in London, sorry.
Yeah. Okay, bit closer on the primary, on the scores at the moment. I think Rowan's on 55 and 65 and I'm on 44, so close the gap a little bit.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping I can basically clear everything off the board this turn.
You'll never catch my warp talons.
We'll see. I've drawn some good cards. I've got Aerial Deny, which I basically just need to leave Boris in the middle of the board, and I'm going to get that. You don't even really need to kill anything. I think you're out of range of 12. I got no prisoners, which might not be able to score just because there might not be enough wounds on the table left. But
I think there's a condition for that, but
there might be, yeah. And I've got Secure No Man's Land, so I need to control 2 objectives, which again is very doable.
Should be doable.
So, without further ado, we shall, crack into my movement phase.
Space Wolves movement phase, and at the end of it, both Boris and a unit of intercessors begin performing the mission-specific action. Space Wolf shooting phase, and Red Beck, the aggressors, and the intercessors all combine, but only manage to bring down 1 legionnaire and wound another. Meanwhile, Dreadnought Ulfa targeted his multi-melter into the remaining Warp Talon and brought him down. Space Wolf charge phase, Red Beck engages the remaining Warp Talon, while the Blood Claws tackle the legionnaires.
Right, combat phase, and we shall start with the Blood Claws.
Okay.
Thunderhammer. This is twice. Wounds once. AP -3 now, because I'm in the Assault Doctrine, so 4 ups now. Yeah. No, 5 ups, sorry.
5,
yeah.
still 6.
Still 6. Okay, regular guy. It's 3 times. Wounds twice.
Save them both?
No, because that's AP -2 now as well.
Oh, it's even -2.
Because he's in the Assault Doctrine now. So that gets 1. And then the Dreadnought into the poor last remaining Warp Talon.
Yes, yeah.
All hit.
Warp Talon's had a bit of a rough game.
All wound.
Oh dear.
AP -3 now as well, because I'm in Tactical Doctrine.
So was that 4?
Assault Doctrine. 5.
5.
He powered up there. Yes.
Yeah, he did.
He did. Okay, attacks back from the Legionnaires. Same outside chance of killing them there, because there's a Tower
3
Fist
attacks
in the
each.
unit. Yeah.
Do the regular ones first. And then do have exploding 6s. Which gets me 1 of those. Right. 4s. 3 wins.
3 wins. Fail 1.
Right, Power Fist. And 4 attacks this, I think.
Yep.
Yep. Oh, only hit you once. No exploding 6s. That I don't want. That's irritating.
Right, that's end of my turn.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm willing to concede at this point, to be honest.
2 units of Legionnaires left.
Yeah.
Yeah. Space Wolves spread across.
I did think it was going to be a bit of a bloodbath this
That
one.
was a bit of a bloodbath. It just came down to not being able to get through the Dreadnoughts, I think, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Like
as tough as the Terminators were, they didn't quite have the damage output.
No.
Which is a shame.
Yeah, they really stood up there for a long time,
Yeah,
but I was expecting them to get one of those Terminators when everyone got in combat.
Yeah.
So the fact that they basically did 2 wounds, I think that turn was a bit rubbish.
Yeah, Serak again was amazing. And you would have got through the Dreadnoughts if it wasn't for Boris.
Yep.
That him having armor of Rust really helped over here, and him being massively forged to just heal up 3 wounds on a Dreadnought.
He's a great utility character.
He's a big fan of Boris, and the only character to survive the game. Everybody else died. Yeah. But yeah, it was a good one.
That was fun. That combat in the middle was great.
That was very fun.
I think after turn 3, when that didn't swing my way, I was things were kind of over at that point.
Yeah.
But anyway, good fun.
Yes. Yeah. But yeah, hope you enjoyed that at home. But we'll be back again soon with another battle report. I believe the next one up is Nids versus Night Lords. Yes, I will be taking command of one of Rowan's armies. We
like that.
We shall see.
Well, means one of my armies is going to win.
Shall see which one it will be. But we'll be back then. We can see you again soon.
And now it is time for your 3 stars. Your 3rd stars today could not be separated, as they did a job together, holding the center of the board for the Space Wolves. It is the 2 venerable dreadnoughts, Ulfar and Redbeck. Your 2nd star, who always gets talked about, it's Serak Eventide. He cleaved his way through the Blade Guard today before bringing low the Space Wolf General, Asgrim. And your 1st star, who single-handedly carved their way through the left flank of the board. It is the Blood Claws. Taking down a Dreadnought, Havocs, and 2 units of Legionnaires, they truly embody the savagery of the Space Wolves. That's all for today. We hope you've enjoyed this battle report. We will see you again soon.